Cookie, you want to come? Cookie, you're like so silly. You want to say bye? Want to say bye? Bye. 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 Welcome everyone to today's Fireside Stationery Chat. Hey Sarah, my moderator coming in, help me out second time. And there we have Cookie. Cookie is yelling a lot because we're keeping him upstairs, at least for the most part of this stream. So hopefully he wouldn't disturb me too much, but he might be let down later. Yeah, how's everyone doing on a beautiful Thursday afternoon? Hope you guys are finding some time to relax and enjoy the stream, or watch it on the side. I think that's fine too. And I have like a few things I wanted to do today, and let me kind of just go over that with you guys. Again, I love writing my schedule thing on these cute memo paper. This is a Mitsutama collab with Furukawa Shiko brand paper memo pad. Hey Connor. So it's actually washi paper, which is really nice, and it was a really big, a thick thing. So I got these from Cute Things from Japan. So today, a few things. Hey, Canapins. Hello. So we have a few things that I want to go over. One, I want to share with you guys this new book that I got from Taiwan about this Japanese Instagrammer that's really good at Traveler's Notebook, and she actually came out with the book last year. However, it was in Japanese, and then finally translated it into traditional Chinese. So I can't wait to read that, and I was gonna share just 3 to 4 pages with you guys, which I found was really amazing. I have some Taiwanese creator stamps that I dug out from the depth of my cabinet last week when I was reorganizing, and I was like, wow, I never showed these before. Hey Miranda, hey Joy, hey Blue Cromans, yay. And then after that, I want to decorate with you guys 2 Oblation mails. Today I'm picking 2 winners from my Instagram, so it's not too late because I haven't picked them yet. So if you want to go join it, you can still go. It's on one of the recent posts featuring oblations greeting cards, and so I'm gonna decorate them and I'll mail them out to 2 winners. And then I have this cool book that's by this illustrator Kamo. I feel like we're doing a lot of things today, and I want to attempt one of the draw with me in there that I think is a little bit intermediate level that we can try. And then finally, I decided to, just put the painting thing to the very last. I want to paint with me, and it says Google Street View. I'll tell you a little bit about that later. Yay! Oh, nice! Hey, Mara! Yay, Blue Comments! I'm glad you signed up for the Jibin Techo and Noti session. And so that's part of our the Stationery Cafe virtual meetups that's happening, I think, the next Tuesday. And we usually set up specific topics, and specifically for that day, it's going to be us just chatting about how we use our Noti, how we use our Jibun. So a fun stationery exploration night. And we've did this before with Traveler's Notebook, and because Jibun is kind of out of my realm, I'm really excited to see how that goes. Hey, Traveler's Notebook and Kat. It's so fun, by the way, to see in the chat names related to stationery more and more on Twitch. So thanks for joining us over here. Thank you, Miranda, for being our pioneer, and I'm happy to follow. So first thing, this beautiful book. So the title, I'm trying to translate. The title actually means my weekend traveler's notebook. This is the word techo. This is the word travel. This means when I have days off. This is mine. So it's from this Instagrammer. If you don't already follow her, I highly recommend. Mini_minor. She's Japanese and she loves using the traveler's notebook, and she just has these innovative ways of documenting trips, documenting outings, and her spreads are just amazing. Like if you think about traveler's notebook and how they do collages and like, you know, making notes, drawing little illustration, doodling, this is her. Like seriously, follow her and it's really nice. Connor says I'm off for stationery streams taking over Twitch. Me too. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So super clip through because I don't want to like show you the entire book. You can totally go find it. I think they might have the Japanese version on Amazon Japan right now. I guess just looking for the word mini minor might get you that. But I want to share 4 specific spreads that I think will be helpful, and like it really like taught me a little bit about how I want to organize my traveler's notebook when I go on outings. Yeah, so actually does this work better? This one's pretty plain, and because it's like more useful than decorative, so nice, Sarah. You got your coffee out so you can follow along. Oh man, Connor, that's awesome. We were, you know, gushing along with Miranda last night on her stationery stream. If you guys haven't gone and check out Havoc Rose, she did a little haul video yesterday, and that was really fun. So back to this spread. This is like one of the beginnings, and so the purpose of this spread is not the actual traveler's notebook itself, but it's what she uses on the go as like a commonplace notebook to document things in her travels, whether it is like a long trip or a weekend outing. So she gets the essentials in here, and then she later transfer it prettily onto the traveler's notebook. And I think this is very important because of the bare boneness, easy to implement, no fear of a pretty spread. I thought it was really useful. So let me break it down on how she, you know, tracks her trip on the go. Oh, and so on the left side, this, if I should hold it up close. Hey Jasmine, hi. Either way, just saying hi to more people. And on the left, you will see that there's a timeline schedule. So whether it is a day's trip or a weekend trip, this is where she plans out the itinerary. Funny thing, Asian people love itineraries. I think we just love organizing and anticipating and planning everything for our trip. So this is the itinerary part. So she keep that on the left side of the page out of the way, but also serve as like a, you know, like an outline. Like when you open a Google document and then there's like that outline section. That's exactly what it is. So, and then now she splits up the content into 2 sides, all right? The left side is exact things that are related to the outline. So if there's like an additional thing they want to do in between these time, you add it on here. The address of a certain place, changes, opening hours. So kind of concrete, factual things that are related to the trip location. You need to write down like the map or whatever. And then on the right side, though, is what she says. This is the portion for more of the things to feel during the trip or interesting moments during the trip. Things that you want to store and like keep track of beyond the concrete thing. So these are actually more whimsical, anecdotal. Like, for example, she wrote about what's in the lunch bento she bought. You know, I'm trying to read some of the kanji here. A little bit of like, oh, this restaurant they went to, this feel a little greasy, like, you know, kind of thoughts about things that happened during the trip. You can do some little quick illustrations to jot down like what it looks like. If you want to do it better later in your notebook, you can have this as a reference. And then you can also write down not just happy things, but some kind of things that frustrates you. So I like how, you know, you break up that commonplace notebook. There's more of a template to how you want to write things down instead of just like top to bottom I went here, I felt this way, I did this, okay, next stop, I did this, and then when you go home, it's kind of like, I don't know, I can't tell what's most important, I can't tell what I want to record down most, but this way it really helps, I guess, organize your thoughts during the trip. And so just this page alone, I was like, oh wow, I can totally do that with my Noti Efficiency Techo, which is supposed to be my commonplace book, because on the left side is like the day schedule with the time, and on the right side is the note pages. So yeah. I like how you guys are talking about wish lists in the comments, and remember that I totally highly recommend that oyster ink. I saw my friend got it. It's really pretty. So there's that little side note. So this is that one page with the before the trip spread that I feel like it's already so useful. Here's like some of her actual practical ways of how she likes to document trips afterwards. So one, actually this is still sort of like in the itinerary phase, but if it's like a long trip, she breaks it down into columns. And I love the part how she plans out outfits, because like I don't know if it applies for guys, but for girls, trips are essentially also photo ops. If especially if you go to Japan, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to Disneyland today. I need to dress up a certain way. I'm going to Shibuya. I need to look a little bit more hip. I'm going to this cool like part of town. I could be more sophisticated. So, and then it kind of, planning these in advance help you sort out what to put in your luggage. And so she actually planned out her outfit, which I think is also a very Japanese things. Yeah. And then what else is up there? Okay, so the other way to record down what happened during that day, she has this like little row here, and you can write down things that you want to take note of. And specifically here, she wrote down the places and the meal she ate, which is really important when you go on a trip. So this is where she documents the meals. And then on the top, then you kind of use this vertical column to write down itinerary for the day. You can jot down the weather, all that stuff. So it's kind of like you can do this before a trip, or you can do it after the trip. Like you can, if you can't draw, take a photo of your outfit of the day and like document it there. I just think this is such a cool like overview of what it looks like if you're going on a long trip. Yeah. Sarah, you should get it. I think you like those like dark moody colors. The oyster ink looks really nice. And Jasmine, we are totally on par. I feel like it's very important to always match the outing and like the outfit. So I love how Japanese people or Asian, the journaling community incorporates that into their planning process, like the journaling aspect. Be note, I feel the same. I cannot wait to go on trips again. I mean, we can go on trips, but like in neighborhoods or locally, but like it doesn't feel the same when you can't do like longer trips where you actually plan down things like where to go, what to do, and eating out is a super big part of it as well. So poor Cookie is just like making a little. You know what? I'm just gonna release Cookie and have him join us here if you don't mind. And meanwhile, I'm gonna save this page. And he is just so noisy. And I'm gonna show you this cool cookie break thing I made. We're back. We just released the cookie Kraken there. He is so loud, and Elliot's in a meeting upstairs, and on the background is just Cookie whining and yelling and all that. Let's see, catching up on the comments. Bino, those TN inserts aren't gonna use themselves. I totally agree. How relatable that sentence. We all have like way too much Traveler's Notebook inserts. Like I have a bunch I need to use. And Cookie. Oh, here. Cookie. Up. Cookie. Up. No, he wants the other side. Cookie. Up. Look at the audience. Look at the people watching you. So, yeah, I need cookie emotes, but I'm not there yet. Hey, Cookie. Okay, he left. He's happy now. He's got the attention he wanted. So, yeah, Jasmine, here's the cover of the book. But I would suggest just looking for the the account Mini Minor, and she'll probably show this book in like Japanese and English. Japanese and Chinese. So yeah, there we go. Oh, Cookie. Anyway. Yeah, I plan to this year, once Cookie gets all his vaccination, I'm gonna make more of like an exploration trip in our neighborhood and then document them this way. And he's happy now, he gets to choose. So moving on. Next part that I want to share, which is like so super cool, is just like the creative way she documents her trip. And so she really recommends logging the day using a clock as the center. And this reminds me so much of the Chronodex. If you guys have listened to one of my episodes with Patrick or know about the Chronodex, my screen. Anyway, the Chronodex is like, essentially it looks like a clock. And then this is such a great way to, illustrate or record things on the page in a fluid way instead of like top down, vertical, and black insert joy. Like it's super like beautiful and great aesthetics. Like I want to try doing that in my black insert. And let's see, and then this is just another version of it, but on like a white background, and so not necessarily centered in the middle, but you can place it bottom left, top left, top right, whatever, and then have that be a great or more cute indicator of the day's itinerary instead of having it like be like a little strip right there. So isn't this cute? I just love these pages, and there's way more. Like there's so many tips on how to do different kinds of layouts. And then I think the final page I want to share is this. She uses the craft insert, or is there a craft insert? Maybe she had her own craft insert notebook or something. So this is more likely, when you come home and you journal and you like want to document the day in a neat way. So, why not do it in like these little boxes, and these are numbered, right? So you kind of write about each in a box, according chronologically. Or this side is super cute. She wrote down the meals or the places she went to and kind of designed her spread. This is basically her spending spread, but she designed it like a menu. Like when you go to a cafe, you can see a menu. So this is the maybe the convenience store or the cafe she went, and she bought this thing, she spent this much. She went to the next store, she spent this much. So this is such a cool, cute way of showcasing expenses if you have the time and effort to decorate your page. So yeah, this is kind of like an idea of how she documents her spending for like this specific day. So there's a lot of other useful things. She talked about tools she used. She talked about different mentality to keep when you're journaling outside, And I think she really stresses the part about not worrying about the spread until you go home. Like when you're in the area, like use a really normal notebook, maybe like any pocket notebook, and have that be the reference point, and you don't have to like stress about making it pretty. So yeah, my weekend travel techo. Okay, this is a better translation this time. My weekend travel techo. And there's one about the map that's really cool, but I don't think I can ever implement it. It's so hard. Um, so yeah, it's like she had like, I think there was a sentence in the very beginning that really touched me, and I think I even like copied it down if I can find it. It's probably in the foreword. Ugh. If I can find it. I cannot find it. I'll share it later, maybe on my Instagram. But something about like she used to be a person like, you know, she before she started using Techo, she started to realize how it became like a great tool for her to recognize the cool things around her in her daily life, not just on special trips, not just on special outings. And I think it relates to me a lot. And I think hopefully it relates to a lot of you too. Cookie Cam. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, it's so dark in here. He kind of blends in with the carpet. Well, it's okay. It's so great. All right, so next, I want to swatch some Taiwanese creator stamps that I've not shared with you guys before. And I realized there's some cat do stamps mixed in with it, so we're going to do that together. With some background music from Cookie here. Excuse us. Cat-do. So here we have some cool stamps. Most of these are from Taiwan, and this is from Stickerific, based in Malaysia. And I think I got these from both Lovely Room and My Dear Forest. My sister went and got them for me. And then I think I have one from Pinkoi. So I'm going to swatch that in my London Gifties creative journaling notebook, or throw everything in. I already did that, but I'm just going to re-swatch it again. And by the way, this is how crazy I am. I have these Happy Daya sticker sheets that are like the holiday season ones. So I used them, all of them, obviously. However, I'm like, these are so cute. I don't want to waste even the outside corners. So I slapped them onto the page. So it's just basically the rest of the sticker sheet. And, you know, some call it crazy. I call it stationery holiday, maybe. I do it. And I think I'll just do whatever inside in those spaces. It's a fun little border, you know. And I'm gonna swatch these with my favorite Shachihata ink pads. I actually went ahead the other day and like labeled them with Everyday Explorers stamps. So it shows the color on the side. So even if I stack them like this way, I will be able to see the color. So this is the back side. This is one of my first clear stamp sets from her, and I hope you guys can see why. Yeah, oh, Joy, Jasmine, Happy Daya shop is opening back up this Friday. I keep thinking this morning, like, is it Friday yet? I thought it's Friday. Why is this shop not open yet? And I literally thought the same thing on Tuesday. And speaking of things dropping on Friday, I heard, I know you guys use makeup, but ColourPop is doing an Animal Crossing collaboration, and I'm just like going crazy over it. Anyway, these two are from Cat-do. So Cat-do is a brand in a little creator in Malaysia, and Stickerific features her stuff a lot. And this is kind of her newest series. Miranda has some too. I think she has one of them. But I got this for Kelly as well, because it reminds me of her so much. Just like the striped shirt, Maya, her cat, and you know, the hair. And then I kind of like this one a lot because it's just me journaling, geeking out, reading. So they're here. We're gonna swatch it. Let's do the coral color. rubber stamp. So I like to just kind of evenly distribute the stamp by like running it across to make sure I have ink on everything. And then kind of do a 3-point technique that I learned from other stamp makers. So there's that. That's so cute. And the super ugly like cleaner. I love to like just stamp them clean on a scrap piece of paper. And this is the other one. There we go. So cute. Oh my god, I missed a few spots, but that's okay. So cute. I have a package from Yoseka coming, by the way, today with like 2 more stamp, actually 3 more stamp colors. I'll add to my collection, but this is the stamp pad. Ink pad is like my favorite. So here we have the Cat-Do stamps. I love this girl because I feel like I could like color her hair black to fit mine, and then it would be literally me right there because I also have the same outfit. All right, the next series, super cute. This is from Hello Studio, and you guys might know her from her little fox. And her foxes are the cutest, and this is kind of like the casual series she has for the fox. You have the fox in the cafe, food, workout, I don't think I'll use it much, and the movie one. Hey Daft Maple, welcome. Yeah, oh my god, Sarah, you got a sticky club kit? Oh, I think I do too, the penguin one, the new winter one. I can't wait to get it. I did stop subscribing just because I want to take hold of my spending a little bit at the beginning of the year, but who knows, like maybe if I see the new releases I will want it again. And let's use the Matsuba color, which is this like kind of nice grassy green. What, Jasmine, you got yours already? Oh, I think mine's coming anytime as well this week. We'll wait and see. So I love this fox, especially the workout one, even though I won't use it much, but like look at the little muscle on that fox. Oh yeah, Jasmine, proximity helps. Like if you order from Jetpens in California, you're probably gonna get it sooner too. So I'm gonna do the workout one. Cookie, giving us some background music. He thinks I need some tempo. That's what he thinks. Yeah. The pop pack. I think mine's the cute if the winter animal one is correct. Have you guys seen her Hanami collection? Oh, Sarah, why did you tell me about it? I should never know about it. But anyway, that will be another topic for another day. The Pushy. Sarah got all 3. Oh, wow. What's willpower? Can we eat it? Finally, the food one. I love the food one so much. The fox is wearing a little like bandana with the fork and knife. And yeah, I think I've used these two, the cafe and the food, more than the workout and the movie, since we're not really watching any movies now. However, sorry to admit this here, Ellie and I have begun our journey, well, my journey into the Star Wars series. I have not watched any of the original trilogy. I think I've watched 2 of the prequel when I was a kid. I've just finished The Mandalorian, so I'm sort of like, and then like throughout The Mandalorian, Elliot has to like give me these crash course on who the characters are and like what the country, the systems, or like what that means. And then like I was like, well, but who's that? And why is he here? And I thought he's dead. I don't know what. And then so he's like, okay, we're gonna have to watch it again. And so we did watch the first episode, the first one from the prequel, and I've been getting a lot of opinions about which one to watch first. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll know who those things are. Like, I still don't know. I can't tell between the R2D2 versus because I went and watched in the movie the Force Awakens or something, the one with the girl Rey or something, and so she has another one, right? And I don't know what that is. So I keep getting them confused. I was like, where's that robot that talks? So sorry, enlighten me, Star Wars fan. I know Luke, Leia, and Chewbacca in the sense that I know them from culture, like the cultural necessity, but I don't want to spoil it. BB-8, yes. Sorry about that. I don't remember. It's BB-8. Well, I was telling my friend Sarah the other day, like, there's this big revealing scene at the very end of Mandalorian, and then I did not get it. I was like, people watching is supposed to have this moment, but I did not have that moment because I was like, who is he? That's all I'm gonna say. It's embarrassing to admit more than that now. Race is BB-8, yeah. All right, moving on. So that's actually, what was I talking about? Yeah, so I might use this. I might use movie to document my Star Wars journey. Cookie, come, Cookie. Okay, he is being super obnoxious in the cage. Yes. There we go. All right, watch A New Hope and you'll get it. I realize the camera isn't getting the cookster, but oh well. He's a handful. We have this new toy, and when he bites at it, he looks like an adventure. Cookie, come. There we go. There we go. So, oh no, Cat Pens, you haven't watched The Mandalorian. So I also did a really bad thing regarding The Mandalorian, which is I was too lazy to watch both seasons. My friend says just watch the last episode of season 1 and start from there. So that's exactly what we did, Elliot and I. And see, the way people keep calling it Baby Yoda made me think that this series was like a prequel to the prequel, like when Yoda was a baby. And I didn't realize until like halfway through, like he's a complete different character, like timeline wise, just horrible. Anyway, back to the stamps. These cute little afternoon tea animals. That's the branding for it. These are from Avocado Mori, and there's actually 5 in total. What? There's 5 in total. I got the piggy eating like afternoon tea, the cat chilling, and the bear giving out apples, because I thought that was cute. Yeah, so no, yeah, Connor, I feel you, right? I was like so confused. I was like, timeline wise, I don't know what's going on. He'll always be Baby Yoda. I'm gonna swatch these. The pig one is so relatable. It's like, I'm gonna be a pig, but I'm also gonna eat stuff daintily. Oh no, it's not close enough. Maybe I'll do a little zoom in. There we go. There's the pig, and here's the cat, and then finally the bear. So you know that annoying thing about getting those edges of the stamps when you're stamping, especially if your hand wavers or something. So I did got the opportunity to make a stamp with the Stationery Cafe and a blank note over the holidays. And when we were making it, the manufacturers recommended us to always kind of have the edge reach the edge of the stamp, you know, the edge of the stamp reach the edge, because then you're gonna get these like extra parts. So what I've seen some people do is they take a knife to it and they kind of carve around it so that only the stamp thing is gonna be the one touching. And because this one's been giving me some trouble, I might do that. You know, take a little knife and just start like carving around it to at least remove these parts. I might do that to these because there's, oh well, not maybe not this one, but this one just has too much space. Yeah, many of the, you know, if you buy those from Hanks or ours where they ask you to assemble it yourself, it would even be better if you trim it before you taped it onto the wood. Just a pro tip there. Like, you know, you take a scissor to it, cut around the edges, and like stick that directly onto the wood block. What's up, Cookie? He's acting kind of crazy. Yeah. Baby Yoda. I see. So that's why people call Baby Yodas, because they didn't know the race. I thought, yeah, I think I went and looked it up, but I don't remember. And the last one. Oh, he's settling by the fire. The last one is also from Avocado Mori. I just love this so much. Like the motif of this book, like flying, it reminds me very much of the Traveler's Notebook theme this year, where you can't travel, but you ended up, you know, dreaming and traveling in your exploration in the books, you know. So you're like flying with the birds when you delve into a book. So I'm gonna use this stamp as like dedicated like reading times or times when I'm like studying. I think it's gonna be really cool. I might use orange with that. So this is actually a coral color, and I've already got hair on it. There we go. What a nice print. Love it. Love this so much. I'm really happy because Cookie has calmed down. He's been oddly restless, and I hope he will just go to sleep till the end of this. So let me zoom back out. Two out. Okay, there we go. So there's those swatches of those stamps. Hello Studio, Avocado Mori, and Cat Do, if you're interested in the brands. Cat Do, Hello Studio, Avocado Mori. Except for Cat Do, I know the other two has like their own Pinkoi stores. So, ding. It's getting so chunky. I'm so worried about what will happen if I do fill up this much of the thing. Then who knows what's gonna happen. I hope the binding holds up. It does look like it's like curling a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it's okay because these usually have like really strong spines. So we'll start from there. And then next thing, I'm gonna decorate 2 pieces of the Oblation art using, actually I shouldn't put the stamps away so quickly. I was gonna use it to decorate the stamps, the cards, the stamps to decorate the cards. The usuals. I love decorating the envelope as well. So my tools today, I have a few things. I have my cool Daiso box of cut out little sticker flakes. And then I have my little Muji portable washi strips that I want to use for washing materials because I usually forget about those and I don't use them enough. Okay, nothing. He's by the door. I was just wondering if he needs to go potty. Alright, he's bored. Let's use this. I was really digging the coral color on this, so I might continue with that. So when I do these sort of like pattern making, I'm always mindful of where I'm going to be writing the address of the receiver and then where I put my own address. So maybe this side. There, a little cute corner decoration. Maybe a little bit here. I just think it gives a little bit more of a personality to the envelopes when you do this sort of thing. Actually, I might do the same for both envelopes because I just love the stamp so much. And you know, usually when you want to use a thing, this is the best chance to do that, right? There we go. And then on the back. Okay. He really needs a potty break. Alright, I'm back. So I knew what happened. I was leaving out some stuff by the door for our local Buy Nothing group. And I think Cookie sensed or heard her when they come to pick up these like dog food that we were supposed to return, but Chewy told us to donate. So he wants to go and check out what's up. But Elliot is taking him now. Bye, Cookie. So hopefully I'll be able to do the rest in peace. So there's the things. Let's do this one first. So this is actually from Hat with Glove, a owned brand from Oblation Papers and Press. I love this card. Like, I love all the cards in these series because it's so cute and like it's so whimsical and some sarcastic moments in there too. It's just really funny, and I love you know, playing around and like sending these cards to my friends. Hey Gomi, I think I saw you yesterday in Miranda's stream, so welcome to mine. Nice. So I am going to decorate. So usually what I like to do first is to accent the whole thing with some washi tape. So let's see what I would, actually I might do this one. This is, I've had this for a long time and I have not used it. This is sort of like a Da Vinci sort of manuscript. Oh, what happened there? Oh, did I rip that? No, I don't know what happened there. Actually, this one's not working out well. I'm gonna skip and not do that. Ooh, maybe I'll do this one. Haven't had this. You know how MT used to come out with these like kind of encyclopedia type washi tapes? That's really pretty. Too many neat samples. Oh, Miranda, I have way more than this. I have a lot. This is like a fraction of my washi samples because I've been doing this since like 6 years ago. And when I was in Taiwan, people have a lot of washi tape, and each time we meet up, it's just us rolling samples from each other's washi tape non-stop. And so, you know, instead of owning full rolls, I end up having like probably, if I would to count the amount, probably like 19 more of these pockets would be like the full extent. That's just kind of how crazy it is. And so now I'm like, I shouldn't really be buying more just from how much I've been hoarding, but can't help it sometimes. So these are all like leaf elements, flower elements. These are from washi tapes from London Gifties, and I just spent the whole weekend fussy cutting them out, and it's really pretty. Ooh, I forgot to bring that other. Oh wait, no, I know, I have those. So I'm gonna make it very like floral and like little animal like, very story like. You'll see what I mean in a bit, because I have some Maruko washi cutouts that I got from my friend Panda Bear Mom on Instagram. Yeah, it is fun to send just washi and snail mail right now, because that's what we definitely used to do in person. But you know, we all enjoy. I'm actually happy that I'm not getting as much washi samples right now, because like it's really overflowing. Caitlin, oh my god, no, I totally feel you. Okay, see, I have this cute little squirrel here. So these are all like my Maruko washi taste sample. This is from a sample, and today while I was editing one of my videos, I was cutting them up at the same time. So I'm gonna put that there. Yay. So cute. And I think this is perfect to use another one of the little animals. I might use the cat. There we go. Oh my god, I almost double stamped on that. That would be very frightening. Let's have that at the ready. Very messy right now, but that is the natural natural progression of when you do these sort of crafting things. I just have to be mindful. Oh Joy, I feel you. Hi Joy, we just recorded an episode the other day, and we were just reminiscing about how we really miss the meetups and, you know, gathering with friends. I'm just lucky that in Seattle I still get to see a lot of my friends. We do like Starbucks parking lot swaps. So we would like go to our usual Starbucks and then swap, you know, group orders or group buys that we made together. And yeah, but it will be nice to be able to sit down and actually journal or exchange things like on a more frequent basis, but we've been doing that over Zoom. So it works, but you know, it's not the same as feeling and touching your friend's stationery, you know. So this one is from Shamil Garden, I think, X-Path, and it's just got this really vintagey nice vibe. And I'm just gonna do a little lettering. And take pictures of the journal stack, the towers, which is super essential. By the way, I have a really weird handwriting thing. You can see I need to turn my paper almost like perpendicular to me to write. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. And so, by the way, confession, I am not a lettering person, and I've always wanted to be better at lettering. And I know all it does is practice, like all it takes is practice, but it's so hard. I don't like practicing on like the repeated line thing, you know, when you have like those like vertical ruled paper. I don't like that, but I know I have to do it, so it's just like I know I need to work out to lose weight, but I don't like it. But I want to lose weight, you know. It's a constant struggle. Yay, planner stacks. So I think I'm gonna just keep it here, and then maybe do more later with the sticker flakes I have upstairs. But that's probably what I like for this one. And as for this other beautiful thank you one, oh, I love how like you can actually see like there's like this indentation of the letterpress. I'm really spoiled when it comes to greeting cards nowadays. Like I just love these so much. And all right, here's another sample that I really love, and these are like, I don't have the full rows, and I think these washi's are super limited edition now, but I think it was a series of collaboration between Path, Round Top, and for Taiwan's Golden Horse Award, like back in 2015 or 16 or something. It was really neat. And then, don't you just hate when you like finish cutting and then it just like does this? And then you just like carefully peel it out and then it's fine again, but you just hate it. Aw, thank you, Jasmine. I try to really be mindful of my like downstrokes when I do my lettering, but I still feel like it's not good enough. It's never gonna be good enough. I have that Asian mom mentality with myself sometimes. Like, you could do better, but something I'm working on. Yeah. And I do find that the Pentel pen helps with the nib itself, how it's like kind of soft, and you can easily make these like different textures, like different stroke pressures. I do like that a lot. Okay, super random, but I have this salmon washi tape I kind of want to use. Yeah. Jasmine, okay, official call here. Do you want to be on the podcast? Please say yes. I was gonna direct message you, but I put you on the spot. I put you on the spot here. Okay, random fish thing here, and yeah. Let's see. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Now, the sticker flakes. I love it. I love it so much. Tori won last month's Happy Mail giveaway, by the way. So I hope it's already on the way. Like, I did send them out a little bit late. I was gonna wait till after the 2 years, Tori, but I hope it made it. Like, it was one of the ones we did last time. And it's funny because we were already exchanging Happy Mail anyway, so it's just like an additional one. But oh well. Tori's in Japan right now, by the way, so that's why everyone's so envious of her. You get to see the spring editions up close. 8 a.m. Wow. And it's a Saturday? No, it's a Friday. It's a Friday, April. I keep thinking today's Friday already. Okay. That was loud. And then let's choose one of the little squirrel critters. Or should I do like a more of a carnival critter? Here we go. Here's the other ones. I have to choose one. Yeah, like this sheep with a cotton candy, carnival horsey. I think I'll do this guy here. The raccoon. No, what is this? Japanese pandas. Red pandas. Japanese pandas. Red panda. Super cute. It's like it doesn't look like a panda, but it's called a panda. Yay! Nice, Tori. I'm excited. I'm glad you got it safe. I'm glad it arrived safely, and I think mail do get theirs faster, right? Compared to packages. So I'm gonna do the bear with the apple. Thank you. I know this is so much fun, like collaging. I love putting the work into these cards because one, it helps me use stuff and then it's also just nice to create pretty cards as like a creative practice, if you think of it that way. Hey, Carmen loves Yoda. Welcome. You're a new subscriber. Yay, thanks for following. Yeah, I'm decorating some cards, greeting cards to send as a giveaway on my Instagram right now, Penguins Creative. If you want to go check that out. I'll be choosing the winners after this stream, and I have some hair caught in this. That's embarrassing. Thank you. It's funny because this card already says thank you outside, and I'm just gonna be repeating myself. Thank you. Yay. Mail gets here faster. It gets to Japan faster than when you send to the US. Yeah, I'm like super spoiled by FedEx and DHL from my favorite stationery stores in Asia right now, because they get here so fast, and I'm like, I don't know how I can go back to like Taiwan Post or Japan Post, but you gotta do that. So there we go, 2 decorated cards, and it's already an hour. I'm gonna skip the combo draw with me and go straight into the painting. What do you guys think? Because it's kind of art as well, and I know some people are looking forward to, you know, paint with me together. And I feel like I should really do a thing where I also paste my reference photos on the screen. But it's kind of so the story is I went to Greece in 2019 May, and I went with my mother for Mother's Day, and so the photos were taken by me with my parents and with my mom, and she wants to look pretty among, like, you know, the Mykonos little streets. But I feel like I didn't do a good job taking the photo. So it was too embarrassing to show that photo, but I do like the composition though. So yeah, I got some paper here for like testing out color. I got my pad. I got pencil. My eraser is gone. Oh no. You know, when things like this happen, I'm like, did Cookie take it? It's my first thought, and I hope not. I hope not. I hope it just fell somewhere. Yeah. Oh, nice. Red, I'm glad you found some cool courses to take. I want to, like, when I start my Patreon later this year, I want to try to do some more watercoloring in there too, and kind of face off the virtual one, but we'll see. I still haven't quite decided yet. So let me just kind of set. Oh, there we go. I see my eraser now. Let me set up my workspace here, so you guys can see. People said that they really appreciate that you can see the palette, like how it flows, and I think I need to zoom out. There we go. And I agree. I think it helps to see the actual movements of the brush, the water, how much water you use, all that kind of thing. Because those are all pretty important in watercolor, not just like what color, how to mix things. So let's start. Online urban sketching ones. Yes, I highly recommend starting with urban sketching. And the reason I also mentioned Google Street View is that because it's really hard to go out and sketch urbanly these days, like on location. There's this movement of sketching from Google Street View, and I am in this group with Taiwanese artists, hobbyists like me who likes to draw, and we have a Google Street View sketching group where we go on trips. So actually tonight, Taiwan time, Friday morning, the admins have decided on a location, and everyone's gonna zoom over to that country or wherever, that spot, that city, and then this whole weekend is just gonna be you sharing what you sketch on Google Street View of that city. And so that is super fun, and like there's no judgment. There's mothers in that group, there's like professionals, there's that group, and there's just hobbyists like me in that group. So we all just kind of like have our own different skill levels, and really no judgment. And I love doing that with them, because you get to, easier than doing a location, because sometimes what you see perspective wise is hard to get, but Google Map builds that depth for you, so it's really easy to get it right. And then you can always like reference it and not have to worry about people walking away from the spot, you know? So really, really fun. Sticker book collecting album. Oh. Yeah. Let me just see. And then of course I always recommend Urban Sketching as the organization itself, because that really is a great group to be with. And they do a lot of on location sketching, and there's definitely a lot more amateurs in that group. So I am struggling between doing one that's sort of like a street view, and the other one with like rooftop view. You know how when you go to Greece, there's that iconic blue rooftops, the domes. But then I also want to do the narrow walkways. Actually, let's do the domes. Let me get my file up. And then, please don't judge me. I'm not a professional, so this is gonna be a very casual sketch to it. So if you look for, I'll share the link. Can I share the link? I don't feel a particular desire to go back to Greece. I feel like I'm like the been there, done that. I'm good. I'm trying to look up the group link so I can share it with you guys. If I can type it out. It's mostly in Chinese, but there's tons of, I feel like there's more people who are English speaking in that group. Oh, okay, there we go. I found it. So there. All right, enough talk. April, start sketching, and I need to turn it this way actually, because that's the view. And this is gonna be a lot of skies. I'm actually gonna move stuff out of the way first. Just like when I do it in the group, I like to use a quadrant form to determine where my things are. But I'm actually gonna make it bigger. I'm actually gonna crop my photos so I get a better view. Crop. There we go. So here I'm just sketching out big shapes. You know, with Greece, especially on Mykonos. Well, I guess it's everyone. There's a lot of like letters and, you know, ladders. It's like built on an island, so everything's sort of like built on top of each other. I do like to draw the big shapes first before tackling the details. And again, I'm gonna do a loose style, not really the usual precise illustration that you see, because I'm gonna like pretend I'm sketching on location. Nice, you can read a bit of Chinese. That's cool. But don't worry, what they do is like people will draw, and then what you usually do is you share the link of of the Google map when you drew it, where you drew from, and then you can literally use that same location as a reference photo. So I was actually gonna wait. I was actually gonna try to attempt the topic of the sketch view group, Google Street View sketch group, but they aren't announcing it until later tonight, which is Friday morning Taiwan time. So unfortunately, I don't know where they're going tomorrow yet. But so far, we've done like Hokkaido. I think we've done another like. Was it Italy? I think we did Italy. We did Venice. Went in Italy. So that was really fun. I want to go to Italy. Yeah. So looking into. But Greece was fun. When I visited, I felt like it was really quite an experience for me, and literally my first European country. I've never been to Europe until then, so it was really exciting. The downside is that I went with like a group tour thing, and you know how it is with group tours. You kind of have to stick with their schedule, not yours. Although I'm pretty seasoned with traveling and journaling at the same time, so I did bring my traveler's notebook. And half the time, while the mothers, it's like it's kind of an older group of people, like my mom's friend group. I was able to like sit off to the side and just do my own thing instead of following them. And then they're like super touristy, taking photos here and there. Unfortunately, huge targets for all kinds of what do you call it? Pickpockets. So a few members of our group did get pickpocketed, but that's like kind of what to expect when you go to these countries nowadays. Yeah. Osaka with the giant full billboards. We did that. Yay. That was really fun. Okay, so and then over here there's like this whole area is actually super blue with a lot of clouds, so I can't wait to paint that. So I think this is as far as I'm gonna go with the sketch portion. Why do I do that? I think I was trying to draw a chord. And so it's super blue sky when I was there. Attempting origami corner, that's so cool. So when I was in Greece, I went the really typical tourist route. We went to Athens. I actually arrived there a day before my parents because they were coming from Taiwan and I was going from Seattle, and so I went to Athens the day before they did. And then we like the day I met up with my mother, we hopped right over to Mykonos. The other next day Santorini, like after a few days Santorini, and then back to Athens. So just the usuals. There's not really any special island we went to. It was really pretty much the the tourist trappy route. But we went to a few cool, spots around the islands, and that was really fun. All right, let me see how I can zoom and show you guys more of the scene. Here, does this work well? So you'll see my brush, my palette, water, all that. First step, the sky. I'm thinking about how I'm doing it, but first I need to spray out my paint. This palette is filled with Daniel Smith, some M-Gram, and a lot of Holbein. Really pretty palette. And of course, look at these blue here. They're so gorgeous. Corfu. Santorini is really pretty, of course. It being one of those places. in Mykonos is surprisingly charming. So I'm just gonna start wetting my paper because I want to do this really pretty sky blue blend. So wetting primarily the top. I'm gonna dip into my ultramarine blue. And my water already turned blue. So the reason I'm kind of like being very playful here is because there's this like really cool cloud formation I want to preserve. I'm adding some grays to the bottom sides of those clouds. We're going super deep and pigmented in the blue again, and just streaking it across the top. Yeah. Blue sky, my jam. Yeah. So it was really nice, and I also brought my sketchbook and all that stuff. Unfortunately, later that year, July 2019, the fated month, we were down in Portland, and my car got broken into. I was not sad that they took my duffel, which is only clothes, but they did took there was one thing in my duffel bag that I was really sad about, and that's my sketchbook. It's got all my Greece paintings on location, beautiful work of art. I think one of my best, a few of my best. But unfortunately, it was just part of the casualty during that fated day. And to this day, I still blame Ellie. No, just kidding. I don't blame him, but it's just like, it's unfortunate. We were stupid. We were like, leaving our stuff in the car where we were too cocky. It being, his hometown, he's like, it's fine. But we left some duffels and then in clear view of our car, and then it just got broken into. And so after that, I tinted my windows, and that never happened again. And we kind of need to do that for my new car, but we'll see. And so Mykonos is it's not just like super nice white. It's kind of got this like beigey white as well. So I'm adding some of that color in there. And so I lost, while I wait for it to dry, I lost my palette filled with Daniel Smith's hand-dried paint. It cost like $60-something. That was one of the most expensive things that was lost there. Elliot lost his company laptop, but I'm like, my stuff is worth more in sentimental value, because he's like, I don't care, I could just like report it missing and stuff. But I was like, but my sketchbook, And then what else was still? I thank goodness that I kept my bag kind of hidden front seat underneath the passenger seat, so they weren't able to get to that. But really, it was quite a loss. So I'm just gonna have to wait for that to dry. Keep blankets to hide stuff. Yeah, Tori, that's totally right. We should have done that, but that was literally, we went down to our in-laws for 3 days, and they had a bunch of stuff to clear out from the garage for us. So we put down the back seats and really piled the back high with stuff, and it was literally last stop before we leave town. It was in the evening where we're gonna go back to Seattle, but we decided to stop for dinner with his family someplace, and we left it outside. So obviously the car was packed with all our stuff, and so they were able to take only the top few like duffel bags. They didn't get into the rest of the stuff, but it was still really quite annoying damage twice. So I'm gonna mix this beautiful blue that's really iconic of like the grease blue now. And I am gonna go into this roof. When that blue comes out, you know it's like, ah, it's grease. And I think I'm gonna add it to like different parts of the painting too, just to highlight it. Yep, that's me being impatient. I'm really wanting to add it to the door, but it's bleeding. Oh well. Yeah, look how much it's bleeding here, but that's actually really pretty. Joy says if you go to Hawaii, don't leave anything in your car. I feel like that's just what I learned, like don't leave anything in your car. Yeah. Oh no. The blanket actually attracted the robbers, you say. Kidnappings. Oh man. Yeah. Oh. Left their beautiful journal plan. Jasmine said left it on the plane, but they found it. Yay, thank goodness. Man. Yeah. It's just crazy what people do, you know. It's like, come on. Why can't people just be decent? But we know that's not how people works. Trying to find like a nice brown, so I'm actually gonna try to mix some purple with some. Okay, all right, there we go. I think I remember red and blue is what makes brown, so I'm gonna. That was too much. You can see that it has just gone from crazy to crazy. The transition here is funny. I gave up on this block. Look at this color here. It's blue. It's purple now. I remember. No, blue and red makes purple, but then you kind of mix them. I think you mix some brown in it. Maybe some yellow. The fun parts of painting. I do like that. I'm gonna make a lighter version of it. There we go. Nice little. I'm gonna have to switch to a smaller brush soon because it's really making it hard to paint the shadows, but I'm now finding where I want my shadow parts to be and adding those dimensions to the facade of the building. So for example, right here. Like for example, this part, even though it's darker, it's actually a little bit more blue than ochre. The store thing is here as well. Which brush did I use? This is a squirrel brush, a pure squirrel mop from Rosemary & Co. in size 0, and it holds so much water. I am currently holding Rosemary & Co. Kolinsky brush, a Kolinsky Sable series 33 in number 6, my favorite size. But since we're starting to get into details, I'm gonna move to my Rosemary & Co. Sable Blend, which is half synthetic, series 401 in size 4. Yeah. Tori says Japan is so safe. You can literally leave phones on your table and you wouldn't be stolen. Oh my god. Joy, what a cool story. They actually hand you back the money. I always feel safe in Asia, even though I do have a friend who had an unfortunate incident where she's American, and she in Osaka she was pickpocketed. But I kind of count that as like a special case. I don't think it will happen much. So now I'm going in with the super darks. Except I should have waited for that to dry. I'm gonna regret that. There's a lot of waiting involved in watercolor. Like if you wait, good things will come. If you don't wait, you get murky paintings like mine. But that's all part of the charm. I'm starting to lose sight of what I'm going for right now. This happens usually halfway through my painting process, and then I'm like, I'm not fixing this. I'm not able to fix this. So I'm just drawing some shrubberies. And usually the solution to this is to just like wait it out. Like when it dries, it'll look better. Oh my god, that was such a cool thing to happen. You lost your phone, and then instead they were worried about finding the owner. Oh my god, that wouldn't have happened here. I feel like it's kind of sad that we're at this point in life. Don't you think that, you know, what would be the scariest thing? Like, I literally feel like chill to the bone feelings when I'm like, can't find where my phone is, because just so much is on there. I kind of had those incidents before where I left it in the car or something, and then like on the way back to retrieve it, I was just like, please, 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 please. I'm adding some curvature depth to this stone here. Cookie wants attention. My painting's a little bit drier now, so I can now actually add more colors to these blues. There's like some blue peeking through these windows to the sky, so I'm addressing that. And far away, there's these mountains that kind of slopes down. So I'm just ground my paintings a little bit. You hear the dogs. Tori asks, do you have a rule in mind how detailed you get with the paintings? You know what they say about, you know, try to make sure you have the focal point and just like really concentrate on the details there. So I do think I should start maybe like focusing on this part of the painting. But I'm also really bad at stopping. Like sometimes what I end up doing is I want to like capture as much of like the whole picture, and then, you know, I end up losing that focal point. So thank you for reminding me of that, and I'm gonna try to be careful here and try to like balance that. So right now I'm getting to the really darks. Thanks Sarah for sharing the links to the Rosemary and Co. We have a problem, Sarah and I. We have a stationery and art supply problem. They come hand in hand, unexpectedly. Or another way to say it, just when you least expect it, you're like, huh, what's this I can use? So there's some windows to that thing, and some darker shadows here, and the reason I'm sort of floundering around right now is I can't really tell what I'm painting at, but I will persist. And sometimes I'm just making up shapes as well. This piece is about postcard size, 4x6. I have like a 9x12, which I cut down to quarters. So I think this is about that dimension. So yeah, I feel like sketching, it's easy to say, hey, it's easy to get started, you just have to start drawing, but I do feel like sometimes you still need some guides on foundations, on like how to even, begin, which is why I find that online instructions help, especially there's a lot of urban sketching ones out there, but also just like painting along with someone and kind of see what they go for. Like to this day, I still love following my friend Eleanor's painting and just paint along with her and kind of see how she thinks through the process. I kind of have like this random approach to things, but I do find myself getting better at, making sense of my steps through the meetups that I'm doing throughout the year last year. Yes, Cookie, we know you want attention, but you're not getting them. Yeah. Nice foundation. But then like don't get too bogged down and like, I need to know how to control water before I can wheel water. But no, I feel like it's really trial and error. Like you have to start painting to really get a feel of what they say about, oh, how much water is in this like bristle and all that stuff. I recommend Craftsy is no longer a thing, but I know they transitioned to something marketing, because like there's courses by Mark Taro Holmes, Stephanie Bowers, and who's the other last one? The one that Sarah, remind me, who's the girl? She Shari something in Canada. She's amazing with colors, and they all approach Urban Sketcher with a very casual way. Stephanie Bauer not so much, but she's really good with perspective, so if you want to nail that down. Shari Blakoff, thank you. Her stuff I highly recommend because it's really casual, really easy, and then it gives you a good like foundation on how to approach buildings, drawings in general, light, shadow, all that stuff. Yeah, but those are like, structural paintings like these. So like you're trying to paint scenery or a life scene. As for other kinds of drawing, like, cartoon or like illustrative things, that one, I feel like there's lots of YouTubers that shares their process. So maybe that would be a good place to look. I personally want to be better at that. So I'm adding a darker blue to really draw the eyes there. I'm accenting some more blues throughout my scenery. I feel like I'm adding blue windows. This is a sort of a plain part of town, if you will, of Mykonos. So you're not really seeing those things. But I have my jelly roll. Thank God. I was gonna add some really white tops to that. The cross over here, and then highlighting some white spots. Yeah. Oh, really, Sarah? That's awesome. Craftsy did keep it then. Yeah, a lot of great courses in there from known urban sketchers that do foundational courses where they tell you how to, do line work, how to grasp big pictures, and of course you can also come paint with me in the future, do these things, and I think those are all great little exercise. All right, I think I'm sort of almost done. This is a very rustic. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep it super clean. It became a little bit muddy in the end, but I guess it has its own appeal in this sense. I actually just want to add a lot more blue to this. I feel like it's starting to give me a little bit of a Stephanie Bowers vibe, if I may say so myself. Her perspective drawing, but she has this, like, she loves using beige in her building structures naturally, so it's giving me that vibe. Angela Fur, nice. Yeah, if you are starting in watercolor or any kind of drawing, the white gel pen is definitely recommended. I love my Jelly Roll. It's great for highlighting and capturing light spots. Yeah, really fixated with foundations. That's true. I feel like sometimes you just gotta jump in, and sometimes you just need someone like me on the background saying, okay, all right, moving on to the next topic. Okay, let's paint this in 40 minutes or less, So here it is. Oh, it's kind of moody. It's kind of like, this looks like if Mykonos is about to rain, which happens in Greece. I could have done a sunnier day. I feel like I should have done ultramarine blue. I should have done another blue. Maybe a cerulean blue would be nice. This reminds me more of the water, the Aegean Seas color. So there's that. But it's always nicer once it's peeled off, if you believe me. So I'm going to do that. See, I even matched my washi tape to the theme. It's kind of like a seaside, beach style washi tape. The appeal. Sorry for the fun. It looks like it's storming. I know, it does have that feel. It kind of has that, raining in the far horizon look. This part is still wet, so I'm going to wait a little bit. It did rain for like a whole day when I was in Mykonos. The appeal. Yeah, I like it. I'm not too mad about it. I just need this part to dry before I tear the tape off. And as you can see, my thing is really blue right now, and I should probably clean up my table before it gets stained. These are my usual go-to brushes when I paint. A big fluffy squirrel mop, a regular round blush that just landed on my painting, and two thin ones, two small ones, and then like a flat brush for flatter applications, but I haven't had the opportunity. I was actually planning to line my drawing today too, but thank God I didn't, because it's already a mess, and I end up making up a lot of the buildings in between to make the shadow more appealing. But that's okay. Maybe next time I'll do some more kawaii drawings. That's less scene-like, but more like illustrative-like. And Sarah's correct. James Richard is also a great urban sketcher based out of Key West, Florida. Man, his stuff is good too. Yeah, like I feel like if you want to get into like city sketch, loose styles, but I think in the most recent meetups that we're doing tomorrow, we're actually going to do more fun applicable food doodles. I think is it food doodles? I don't even remember what I schedule. TOE, yeah, he's the one who has this amazing YouTube channel that reviews almost all kinds of pens, all kinds of watercolor book, and he's actually our main video coordinator during the past few symposiums. So I actually had volunteered in the organization towards the beginning of last year, end of the year prior, and then so is really good with the video stuff. I know if the brush had dropped right here by this wet spot, that would have been very, very scary. Okay, I think I'm ready to peel. Nice. I always think framed by white, the painting just pops a little bit more. And to be honest, the reason why this look a little bit murky is because I have this palette for like 2-3 years now, and the paint do get dirty if they sit in there for a little while, and the way you mix things together, right? So that's just kind of how it is. Can't dwell on it. I do want to use up my paints a little bit more while that dries. Fun way to use up my paint is to use these little things. I always, like, when I was in Mykonos, I was like, oh, that's the little postcards or illustrations. They're all so cute. And Cookie, you are so loud. So I'm just gonna randomly draw one right now. Anyway, really silly painting here. Oof. Yeah. He's coming down. So this is another typical like kind of look, right? Like you see the blue domes, and then in the background is like the agencies. It's really pretty. But man, I do admire illustrators that can really make pretty paintings. Cookie, why are you mad? You want to join us? Up! He's mad. I don't know why you're mad. He's eating my hand. That's what I do. I just give him Give it to him. I just give it to him. There, go for it. Yeah, yeah. Ow, ow. Okay. Up. Cookie. Cookie. They want to see you. Cookie. Up. Cookie. Oh yeah. Good job. Good job, boy. You can't see on my face, but I'm in pain right now. His teeth are really sharp. His teeth is, ow! That hurts. Ow. Anyway, back to the thing. I think I'm about to end it here. Thank you guys for following along with me. It's a long one for sure, but you know, it's really therapeutic to paint, and I like keeping myself on this schedule to paint once a week, which is what I used to do, which helped me really improve a lot throughout the year. And you know, since the pandemic, I've been able to do so much of that, so I really enjoyed that, and I hope you guys find pleasure in this. And inspired by Miranda, I think I may start doing this project, which is swatching all my washi tapes. And I'm still on the fence about doing it this weekend or not, or doing it towards the end of the month. Thank you, Cookie. But I'll let you guys know, and that's gonna be a long one. That's gonna be a potentially 3-hour marathon. maybe I'll start it off with like an hour-long one this Sunday after Miranda's stream. She streams from 11:30 to 1:30, so I might just continue after her once I'm done watching her, you know. You can rate here. Is that the thing where you like take people over? I don't quite understand how that's gonna work, but so I have to like start in the middle of yours, or maybe towards the end of yours. Then I will give it a try. I'll try to read up on what that means. I know the squeaking. I have so much washi tape, so I will try that. Just start at the end and you can hop everyone over. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll start around like 1:20 or something, 1:25. And then you guys can continue the Stationery Sunday thing. Because my stationery meetup over the weekends has changed, not to weekly, but to like once every other week. So now I have time to stream on Sundays. Yeah. So definitely check out Heather Grove's Sunday stationery stream over on her channel. I love it. It's like a great lunchtime journaling time for me. I'm like, Elliot, you have to take care of Cookie's lunch because I am watching Miranda talk about stationery. But like after that, we'll start the adventure of me swatching my washi tapes. And I'm like thinking about which book I'm using. I do have some Muji big notebooks lying around, but I also have this gorgeous Tomori River paper notebook from Flourier Lab that I think I might use that in. So we'll see. We'll see you on Sunday. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys had a good time today, and you know, enjoy the rest of your week. Yay. Bye everyone.